Back's turn. Origi turn, shoot!
Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to look at the team of the week for week 2, which is, I would imagine, most people's week to see their first team of the week. Say week one more time. So what I mean by that is, of course, we've already had a team of the week 1, but unless you had early access or you bought the Champions Edition, you will not really have been involved in it unless you're on the web app and you've been trading because you are a pro trader. However, if you're not a pro trader and you haven't really been that involved, you won't really have touched the team of the week and it'll have passed you by. So this is your first team of the week. I'm glad we got that out of the way. I've just seen a few interesting things there, actually. Thuram being one of them. Borussia Mönchengladbach, normally a left wing. I've got him, and I'm going to bang on about it for the rest of the year. In fact, probably ever. But the Football Index, link down below if you want to get involved. It's basically a stock market for footballers. It is insanely addictive if you've got a little bit of money to put into it. Don't have to put loads in, but like a tenner or something. You get a free £10 when you sign up using the code down below, by the way. Anyway, let's move on. I've got Thuram on there. I've got quite a few shares in him because I really like the look of him. I watch a lot of French League and a bit of German League football as well. Not that the French League has got anything to do with it, but I thought I'd just throw that out there. But Thuram really did, he sort of caught my eye for Gladbach, and he came on as a sub. He scored 2 goals in like 20 minutes or something, and they won that game in the end. And they've actually given him a striker card, which is decent. I like it, and I think that's going to suit him better because he wouldn't get into my Road to Glory team. We run a Bundesliga side over there. He wouldn't get into that team as a left wing, but he might do as a striker. I think he might actually be a replacement for Yusuf Poulsen. So, or maybe even Luca Bacchio, who I use right now. I'll have to look at the in-game stats for Thuram. I'm guessing the in-game stats for Thuram aren't available just yet. Because I think didn't they get rid of that database? Yeah, they've not put it there, which is a shame. So we can't actually look at that right now. But what we can do is go back and look at the team of the week. So Thuram, that's why he's in there. Let's go back to the beginning then. Lecomte for Monaco. I actually got both goalkeepers correct. I've never done that before. Just in case you're wondering why I'm doing this, and I said that I was never going to do Team of the Week predictions again, I've started doing them again. But I'm not doing them conventionally. I'm not doing a full 23-man squad and saying that these are the ones I think will get it and these are the possibles. I'm just throwing out players from the top European teams and leagues, and now and again I'll touch on the MLS and things like that if I have time to actually research it. But it's more of a these players deserve recognition rather than these are the ones I think will get an inform. So Lecomte is there, and over in the reserves we have Ruben Blanco. Ruben Blanco was actually the goalkeeper that I chose first because he deserves to be there more than any other goalkeeper, and EA have actually put him in there. Crazy. Maybe they've changed the way they do this, although I have noticed no Bernardo Silva and they gave it to De Bruyne. Wow. Well, in my opinion, we'll get to that in a minute. That's interesting, though. I tell you what, Team of the Week predictions may actually make a comeback. Let me, as in on a Sunday, let me go back. So, Lecomte is there. I won't go why. He's just there because he deserves to be. Thiago Silva for PSG is an interesting one because it's not a player that I picked up. But then again, I wasn't necessarily going through players that I think EA would pick up. It was more sort of players who have played well. So they beat Lyon 1-0. And he got a last man tackle, played a 7.6, which is not a bad return. However, it's something that if I was doing Team of the Week predictions properly like I was last year and the year before and the year before, I would have chosen Thiago Silva to be in there because he's a high rated card. It's very early on. He's made a last ditch tackle. He's kept a clean sheet. And they've won 1-0. That's the perfect recipe for an inform. So fair play to him. Like I said, I would have given it to him, but I wasn't looking from an EA standpoint. I was looking more of a real-world top performance. And that is a good performance, but it's, bar the last man tackle, it's not really... You know, like, if that's the case, then why isn't Angel Di Maria going informed? Do you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm... Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. If you don't understand what I mean, then... yeah. Let's go back. So, Alexander-Arnold... this is a player that, again, and I mentioned this in the video, that if we're looking at a real-world football perspective, he had a relatively good game, because Liverpool didn't play particularly well throughout the entire game. Chelsea had their fair share of chances, and I'm saying this as a Liverpool fan. Chelsea could easily have taken something from that game, but I think it was just a little bit of quality that sort of ran through there. But Trent Alexander-Arnold's goal, that's what I'm trying to say, was phenomenal. It was a great strike, and of course he's a defender. He scored a great goal, and Liverpool won the game, and it was a game that even EA included in marquee matchups. So he's obviously going to get an inform, and normally I would have put him there. But if you're looking at it from a top European performance, he falls by the wayside, and there are plenty of other players that deserve it more than him. But, as far as FIFA and EA are concerned, this is awesome, and that's fine. And I don't have any problems with it whatsoever. We're going to go over to the Serie A. If you haven't watched that video, by the way, that I put out on Monday, maybe you won't understand what I'm trying to get at here. Like, I'm not criticising EA for choosing Trent, and I'm not criticising them for choosing Thiago Silva. I'm not saying that I would have done anything any differently. What I am saying is that I'm not looking at it from an EA Team of the Week standpoint, which is probably what I should be because we're talking about FIFA. But here, Kolarov has got a goal in a 2-1 win. Of course, Pellegrini is already in form this week. He's picked up the man of the match. He's got an assist. Another player that I own on the index. Thank you very much. Kolarov, though, he's been solid, to be fair, for the last few weeks. In fact, since the season started, Kolarov has got either a goal or assist in like every game, I think. He's done really well for them. So I don't have any gripes whatsoever with them giving Kolarov that inform. Orban of Leipzig. Again, I don't really have any complaints. I mean, we'll look at it briefly, but Leipzig are one of my favourite teams to watch at the moment. They are playing so well. Where are they on this list? Why am I struggling to find them? Hello? There they are. I'm literally looking at them. I was hovering over them. They had a man sent off and they still won 3-0. Orban with a goal. Man of the match award. Clean sheet, of course. Away from home. Why not indeed? I mean, there's not really anyone else there you could give it to. Upamecano maybe, but why would you give it to him with, I think, a clearance off the line when you could give it to Orban with a goal and a man of the match award? So, yeah, that makes perfect sense. No complaints from me. Kevin De Bruyne. Well done, EA. Well done indeed. Now, why am I saying well done? Because Bernardo Silva, and it would make sense for us to go look at this, because, this is a game where they could have chosen 28 players. Okay, maybe not quite 28, maybe more sort of 9. But Manchester City absolutely romped Watford 8-0. Commiserations, Watford. And you look at that and you're thinking, right, hang on a minute. So, Bernardo Silva has got a hat-trick and a man of the match award there. Surely he's a shoo-in for an inform. I thought so, and that's why I put him in mine, because I was thinking, well, EA won't look up a hat-trick. That's fair enough. However, and I think I mentioned this in the video, if you want to go back and check, De Bruyne probably deserves it a little bit more. He was involved in nearly every goal. He got 2 assists, which were very good assists, and the goal he scored was beautiful. It just came from nowhere. No one expected it, and it was a great finish. And it's not surprising to me that he's got that inform over Bernardo Silva. But then again, I wouldn't have been surprised to see more than one player in form from Man City this week. And it's a little bit disappointing, to be fair, that they've not done it. Because if ever an occasion warranted 2 players from the same team that wasn't an international performance, this is probably it. But, we'll move on. I'm happy De Bruyne got it. He's going to be the most expensive player by far. Coutinho is there. I'm not going to look at why, because we predicted it. I think everyone predicted it. I think he got man of the match. He scored a goal. Obviously, Bayern running out winners. I'm very happy about that, by the way, because I have a Bundesliga team. That is my target for the week. That looks like a great card. Brozovic, my head is in the way. There he is. Brozovic is there. I think he got a goal. Can't quite remember what he did, actually, thinking about it. Let's go to the Italian league and have a look at Inter. Oh, that's it. That's, of course, there. They played Milan. And again, I'm not gonna bang on about this because I'm guessing a lot of people will be upset with me. But I don't necessarily believe Brozovic. Not that he didn't deserve it, because obviously it was a Milan derby. EA are always going to choose someone from a Milan derby. I remember a few years ago, Zapata for AC. I think he scored a last-minute equaliser. It was literally at the 96th minute or something from a corner. and I was watching it, and the ball came in, and he was there, and he popped it in the back of the net, and it finished 2-2, I think, and they gave it to him, which I thought was a little bit like dodgy, because if it's a draw in a derby that's as sort of heated as this one can be, it's a bit of a weird thing that they gave it to one and not. I think they might have given it to the other one, actually. They might have given it to an Inter player as well, just to keep both sides sweet, basically. But either way, Brozovic has scored a goal. He's got a man of the match, playing 8.2. But there are so many other players around Europe and outside of Europe that did better than this. But because of the occasion, that's why EA have given the card. And I can more than understand why. And again, that's not a complaint. That's just an observation. Maddison, obviously, Leicester beat Spurs. Maddison with a pretty decent goal, to be fair. And again, that's 84 passing. Yeah, he looks like a good card. I think he could be, 50, 60k early on. I think his price will be inflated because it is a launch day sort of thing. So, yeah. William Jose in there, of course, because he scored twice for Real Sociedad. I think they won 3-1, going off memory. Atal for Nice. Nice actually played... Nice played yesterday. It can't have been for that performance. I know a lot of you are like, I don't care, mate, to be honest. I've been here long enough now. Can you just wrap it up, please, so I can go do anything else? Yeah, they lost 3-1 to Monaco yesterday, much to my dismay, because obviously I have Cyprian on the index. But no, there he is. A goal in a 2-1 win. Such a random inform. I mean, I don't care. It'll be a decent card, but it's such a random, one goal in the 47th minute. Okay, it turned out to be the winning goal, but it's such a random inform to give. There are plenty of other players out there who have done more than that, and they've given it to him. Like I said, I'm not complaining. It looks like a great card, great pace, really nice agility. If you're building a French league team, that's going to be a good card. Again, Ruben Blanco deserves it. Cresswell, obviously they beat Man United. He scored a great goal, fair enough. I didn't look at either of these leagues, so I'm not even going to bother trying to justify why they are there. It would be easy for me to go check it out, but I'll just take EA's word for it, fair enough. Harrod is there, interestingly enough. I mean, he's done really well this season. Sold him on the index, incidentally, and then he started playing well. Thanks, mate. But again, in terms of a Bundesliga side, I think he may just be a little bit behind on where other players are at this stage. His shooting isn't quite there. His dribbling does look decent, but I don't know. If he was more central, maybe. Thuram, we've already touched upon, looks great. Caputo, they could have given it to Berardi. They could have given it to Caputo. They've given it to Caputo instead, which is fine. But the problem with him is he's a left wing. I'm not quite sure how good his dribbling stats are. But, yeah, it is what it is. Dunkley is there. We've picked him up in the predictions. Fosu, I couldn't find him on the game, and that's the only reason why I didn't put him in that video, but he definitely deserves to be there. I think he got a hat-trick or something. Ningar, however you say that guy's name, he looks like a top-class bloke. He does look like a really good card. And then Sosa and, of course, Exposito. Is that a song? Exposito. Something about Puerto Rico. Either way, I didn't look at those two leagues again. I believe that's the second tier of Spanish football, and I think it's the Argentinian league or the Mexican league. Didn't look at either of those, so I'm not even going to speculate. But nice to see that I've been kind of accurate with this. The way that I've been doing it is I've just thrown loads of players out there, so I've got more of a chance of getting it right. But that's it for Team of the Week 2, which is kind of going to be Team of the Week 1 for most people. But what do you think? What is the pick of those? Which one are you going to go for? Which one are you looking forward to using more than the others is basically the question. But if you have enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.